Alright, so how y'all doing boys? Hope you're doing well now. In today's video, first time having the 4v4 return in quite some time, and since the last time we had 4v4, the game's in quite a bit of a different state. We've had quite a few releases and quite a few meta shifts, and this is by far the worst 4v4 meta I have ever seen. I've been doing the dailies and just instantly forfeiting just to get the gem, but I've been trying to steer clear of 4v4 because of teams like this. I'm going to be using pretty much all of the lamest teams you can use in 4v4 at the moment, and not only are they the lamest teams, but they are also by far the strongest teams you can use in 4v4. Pretty much everyone thinking, oh look, with 4 people on the field, your AoE cards are going to be doing insane amounts of damage, but with that, you just chuck the suicide character on your team and there is nothing you can do. So at this point, I think there might be a couple people trying to make full single target teams to counter this, but once again, I've tried to stay clear of the 4v4. But if you're wondering how this team works, basically revolves around the Fraudran here dying, having a look at the passive, removes all debuffs and completely fills ultimate move gauge when the hero dies. So wanting him to die, he obviously has the lowest combat class. You try and keep him as low level as possible. Unfortunately, when I was building up my account way back when, I UR'd him, which I wish I never did. I also gave him the stars as well just to make him look nice in the box, but if I could take that back and just take him straight to level 1, I would do so 100%. We obviously have all of the cosmetics taken off of him. Well, I thought I had all of the cosmetics taken off. We'll go ahead and quickly remove all those. And when it comes to the gear, he is one of 2 characters in my box that have absolutely no gear. We're going to be swapping the teams around quite a bit just to show you all the different variants of this. I'm using HP food as well. Obviously, we're not going to use CC because we kind of want to get out CC'd and have Fraudran die right off the bat, but let's jump right into it. Here we go, our first opponent, and I mean, just look at all the AoE effects you have on this team. Pretty much, I think Dian is the only character on this team that doesn't have an AoE effect. King has double, Meliodas has one, Rimuru has one. Let's see if he can actually go with that. I mean, he can easily chuck up the taunt and go double single targets into someone, but he's restricted from using so many cards here. So we'll see. If we like, we can just start burning through. If we can get through this Dian and get through the rest of his team, it'll be an easy win for us. There we go, putting up the taunt. Single target into our Rimuru. Probably going to be the biggest threat unit. Actually, I'm not too sure about that one. All 3 of these units here are such big threats because Dian, if you let her build up, she's insane. Melee has both parts of his passive, which are insanely broken, and Rimuru's whole kit, once again, just like Melee, is insanely broken. Let's go 1. I'll single target, and then I'll throw out the infect card as well, stop the healing. If we could keep up a nice amount of infect cards throughout the match, stopping the Dian from healing back all of her HP, maybe I should have gone for the infect first, actually. That way we could have kept most of that single target damage. I'll keep that in mind for the rest of the matches. Having the block effect go onto us now. That's alright. Holy Fraudran cards. It's the one character we don't want cards for. I can guarantee he's going to be a card magnet like Ludociel or Kyo in this instance. Yeah, definitely making the opponent think about what he's doing. Wow, Fraudran's really still not getting one-tapped by that. Okay, there we go. Surely the melee card gets rid of him. Perfect. There we go, removes all the debuffs. Unfortunately, no full heal. I do believe the Elizabeth, which we will be using in some of the matches, does give a full heal, however. There we go. I'm sorry, man. It's the lamest way to win, but someone's... I mean, pretty much everyone's going to be doing it, I can assure you. The Dian ultimate, only 2/6, so we will be using that to break the King shields, and then the Meliodas ultimate and the Trader Melee ultimate will 100% finish off. And if they don't, we also have the Abyss effect afterwards. Melee getting the debuff on everyone. You can see how this is lame, right? And how many matches is it going to be until we actually see one of these Elizabeth teams getting out CC'd again? Surely we have someone fall for it turn 1 and just end up giving us the win. I wonder if we'll see many different teams as well, because with the 4v4 when it initially came out, the amount of Halloween Roxy, yeah, I was going to call it Pumpkin Roxy for some reason, the amount of Halloween Roxys and Nunchuck Barnes and all that kind of stuff we saw was so much fun. You see, look, if he was level 1, he would have died to that for sure. And then Elizabeth going for the single target on the Rimuru, okay. Fraudran pretty low, anything at this point will kill him. I'm still going to go for the taunt because we don't want Rimuru dead. And do I go for... I think I'm going to go for the same thing and go for DM. That way when she puts up that taunt, which is pretty much inevitable, we will be able to get rid of her. Just that little bit easier. Go for the Rimuru card. Here, single target. Way too much damage. And at the time you guys are seeing this video, probably only a couple days from having the Ragnarok 1-year anniversary on the global version, getting our 3rd and final Demonic Beast battle, which is so insanely hard. The whole design of it looks super cool. I've only seen what they gave us in the live stream, which was Very, very hype live stream. Had a whole bunch of cool stuff leaked. We also had a swimsuit for Jormungand release, which is, I'm a pretty big fan of all of her costumes, but man, does that hit the spot, that's for sure. Didn't actually get to see the character model, more so just the cutout, which I'm still a big fan of cutouts. You guys know how I feel about really good looking cutouts. Still nothing from Diane. Let's get rid of her in that sense. We'll go, I'd really like a Diane. In saying that, she doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Throw out you, and I'll just chuck out the Pierce Guard as well. Maybe get Rimuru back to full HP. Yeah, super excited. The new character is probably one of the best designed OCs we've had ever. I feel like Netmarble have been completely smashing it out of the park with all of their original design characters, and honestly most of the characters they've been dropping, I know it's so hard to say that after we had the Captain or Master Meliodas that we just had. I'd like to believe the only reason that unit is insanely terrible as he is to kind of help out the 2-week gap, minimizing to the 1-week gap, giving people, you know, a banner to skip, which for that, I'm okay with it in that sense, but the way I'm looking at it is this insanely terrible unit, we know what Netmarble is, right? Like, every single banner from now on is going to have this terrible Meliodas in it, and it's happened ever since, I mean, even units like Green Escanor and Blue Demon Meliodas, which once upon a time were insanely mind-blowing, just OP, easy win units, are fodder now, and they're just littering our banners with them still. I understand them not putting every good character in every banner ever, but hey, what can you do? Chucking this Pierce Guard in, we're definitely going to get rid of Escanor, although I still believe he's not the greatest PvP unit, just due to the crit chance and some of his substats. That Death Ultimate is terrifying. Actually, the new Ragnarok character, the first character since the 1 to have the death effect on the ultimate, that is so very hype. I wonder if we can kill Meliodas with the Abyss effect. Rimuru 5/6, so still a lot of damage dealt there, and then we have these 2 ultimates come in. I should probably move Meliodas furthest to the left, that way we get the Trader Melee ultimate, if anything. That's right though, I'm gonna swap up the team. Let's go to one of the Elizabeth variants, we'll try that out instead. Alright, swapping it over to the Elizabeth variant. We're also using the Amelia in this team comp. Unfortunately, no 6/6 Amelia, sorry, we do have a 6/6 Amelia. Unfortunately, no level 100 Amelia, which is, that's whatever. Only thing about this is we get instant forfeits. That's always nice. I mean, that's kind of what this team, or running this team, is like. If you're willingly using something like this, you have absolutely 0 friends, and back-to-back forfeits? Can we get a third? Please. I mean, maybe if we get a bot as our opponent, obviously going to stop us from getting the instant forfeit. Come on, please. Please give us the forfeit. I mean, I would like to actually go ahead and use the team, but it would just be perfect for the video if we were to go ahead and get that. Doesn't look like that's the case though. Surely the Elizabeth is just a little bit weaker defensively than the Frage, and that way we can actually have her die. Only thing about this team is, because Elizabeth only gives 2 ultimate gauge when she dies, you don't end up getting the turn 1 ultimate, which is okay. You do get the heal, which I suppose is good. Damn, he's doing absolute damage to Diane there. Surely you die, Elizabeth? Yeah, just surviving. What a shame, what a shame. I mean, we could easily lose this one, that's for sure. Let's go. We'll go Infect, Taunt, and I suppose we'll just chuck out a Dissolve as well. We could freeze. Actually, I think freezing T-Melee might be good, because even if he doesn't have any cards for T-Melee, I know he used one of them in the previous turn. Just having him not build up those buffs will be really helpful. Yeah, it's only the 1 card, but I don't think anything else in his hand could kill. He could rank up into the 1, which is definitely a lot of damage, but I don't know about that one. Surely him only having Barn makes him want to go for the Heart Crusher as well. Or a Dissolve, anything? Don't tell me he does that into rank up. Oh, perfect. There we go, throws out the Dissolve. Everyone gets those 2 extra ult gauge they need. Please have enough room for both Amelia and Rimuru. They're the only 2 I really care about. Okay, perfect. I mean, it's easy wins out here. We'll go for that one there. We don't even get to see the ultimates. 3 forfeits in a row. Yeah, still haven't seen any Suicide teams diverse, which is surprising. Actually going first with such low CC, versing a level 80 team. Feels bad, feels bad. Let's go. He can just cleanse. I mean, we'll still go for this here. In 2, that'll be the 2 ultimate gauge. I might just chuck up the Amelia Dissolve. Why not? Once again, he'll most likely just end up cleansing it, but that's whatever. get close to the Rimuru ultimate, and if he doesn't decide to kill the Elizabeth, we're just one. As long as we can get one card, I'll even just move it to get the Rimuru ultimate. Rimuru, without the whole kit just being broken, the fact they gave them a Dissolve ultimate, the only thing, the first Festival King that actually the first unit to have, not the Dissolve ultimate, the Abyss ultimate, Abyss is the word I'm looking for. The Abyss ultimate I feel like will forever stay strong, especially in PvE content where stuff is very turn-based, stuff like final bosses, farming stages, that kind of stuff goes absolutely crazy. Doing some decent damage with Elizabeth. I can expect for this AoE to 100% kill our Elizabeth. Yeah, that's the one upside of this team, is you do get the full heal when she goes ahead and dies. That's 1, 2, and I'll freeze pretty much whoever's alive then. I doubt we'll get the one tap with Rimuru. Crazy to think that even as built out as they are, I should have targeted Elizabeth. I knew she was going to have the most HP. I mean, we might just take over in the Abyss skill. That's the thing, if the first hit of the ultimate doesn't do a lot, the second hit will, and then going back over to their turn again, it will also have that same, like, damage proc. So strong. And then why not, for this last one, we'll chuck on the Team Melee. First actual suicide team of the video, let's go. Yeah, let's... we already know he's not going to attack. Look at that. How clean is that? A level 19 for Ardran. It probably only leveled because he's used him in PvE content. 1, 2, and... I know the Infect card will 100% kill. Why not? We'll chuck up the Taunt. Get that damage in nice and early on. Yeah, and get the damage reduction from melee. I suppose that might not be the greatest thing in the world because it makes it harder to kill our Elizabeth, who is surprisingly tanky for how little investment she has into her. I thought if with level 100 being in the game and just another form of power creep, making, you know, your characters even stronger, surely my level 60 max regular awakened Elizabeth can die in one hit, but can even survive certain AoEs, which is devastating for us. Some decent card draw there. We could rush a melee ultimate in the next turn if we want. He doesn't really have, if we have the taunt up, at least he doesn't have any way of removing the ultimate. Dan can just tank the pulverize effect. That's it. They might not even get an extra pulverize card, so we'll be good there. Actually using the Feraldrim cards. Surprising. I think actually I might go for that. Why not? 1, 2, and 3. And I think at that point that's good game. He has no way of really weakening us. Can't remove the ultimate. It's just, this is why this man, that's why these two are just greatest units in the game. There's definitely a case for melee being way better, and I feel like most people would agree the Trader Meliodas is way better, but like I said with melee, there's also a strong case of Rimuru being the best unit in the game as well. This man does so much for the team, especially in PvE content. This, by far, best unit in the game. The 1S can also way up there. Yeah, at this point he's just struggling to try and, I wonder if we'll get another forfeit just to wrap up the video. I'd like to have Melee's ultimate go off, just so we can see the damage before the video ends, but hey, that's alright. Tarmiel Grace, too strong. Even at 1/6 with all the missing stats, man, it's still broken. There's no full heal for me, is there? It's just the cleanse, so we can kind of, I could probably just look at mine instead. We can just go full send. Surely Meliodas just kills here, gets a nice, like, oh, it's ungeared. I don't really know the damage too well. 500,000? Oh, look at that. And there we go, that just about does it for today's video. Please do not try this out at home. This is the lamest thing you can do. Just enjoy 4v4, try and use something fun and innovative, or just move over to geared for the season. If you don't have geared, maybe you can just skip out on 4v4. Actually, if you can't get, how far do you have to get? I think you have to get to gold to be able to do the geared side of things. If you're below gold, I doubt you're going to see a whole lot of people using stuff like this, but that just about does it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.